Chargers won 5 games last year. They bring in Jim Harbaugh, and they get rid of their best receivers, restructure some contracts. What do you make of what the Chargers are doing or need to do?
Yeah, I did not think that they were going to choose the edge rushers over Keenan Allen. I really didn't. When I was looking through what the Chargers could potentially do this offseason, the Mike Williams move kind of made sense. He's been injured over the last couple of years. They could save a lot of money by moving on from him. That was kind of an understood. I wondered if it was also going to be an understood with the Joey Bosa part of things, right? He's been hurt over the last couple of years, hasn't had the same type of juice, but they restructure him, bring him back. And I thought for sure out of any one of the four, oh, of course they're going to keep Keenan Allen. He's a franchise legend. He's still got some juice left in the tank for Justin Herbert, but they end up moving on from him. And they're basically saying, hey, this is kind of what Jim Harbaugh did at Michigan, right? Remember, those early years that Harbaugh was there at Michigan, they weren't good. And he spent a ton of time recruiting those guys in the trenches. So now, over the last 2 to 3 seasons, for Michigan, they've been one of the best offensive lines in the country, and they've had some of the craziest athletes on defense that we've seen come through the NFL draft, both at edge and on the interior. So from a Harbaugh perspective, maybe this wasn't as big as a surprise to us as it should have been, or the other way around, because he has just always really emphasized things in the trenches. I'm surprised Keenan Allen was kind of the casualty of that. But now we're sitting here, we've all talked about wide receiver for the Chargers, and maybe it still ends up being wide receiver for the Chargers in the first round, but I think this is now a prime candidate at number 5 to move back in the draft, and then also draft on the offensive line. I really think that is the avenue that they're going, fortifying both trenches in this first year. Let's set up the identity, the core, the culture of what Harbaugh wants to build on this team moving forward.